Haspels and I'm the Conscious Mystic. This is the weekly forecast for week commencing August 7th, 2023. So each week I bring you guidance from the world of spirit using my deck, the Mythic Tarot, and I'll be pulling a card for each day of the week. I put that card back in the deck because you just never know. It might need to turn up again, and sometimes it does. So let's get started. Let's begin. Monday, August 7th, 2023. Let's see what's in store for Monday. Four of Wands. So the energy of Monday is all about support, friendship, and who it is that we recognise as our support system. So it's really important to to recognise that and give it energy. No longer are we giving energy to people who don't support us or who are that we are having to carry. It's only about not so much recovery, but it's about supporting our own system, mind, body, spirit. And when we have the right people supporting us and around us, we have enough energy not only for ourselves but to share as well. So it really is about self first. It's not about looking for people to prop us up, but it's more so say, you know what, I'm going to spend time with you because I love hanging out with you. And that's what Monday is all about. It's about hanging out with those people that absolutely love us, who support us, and who do not take energy from us. So that one's back in the deck. Tuesday, August 8th, 2023. Shuffle the cards. Let's pull a card for Tuesday. Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles is all about making us secure in our world. It is not about, it's not about giving out to the world in general. This is about how we give to ourselves and how we make sure that our world is secure and that we feel secure in our world. The Queen of Pentacles comes along to back us up. She is there to say, you know what, to recognise this works and this works and this works. We are able to recognise through her energy what it is that feeds us, what supports us, and what keeps us grounded. No longer can we race off after everybody else. The Queen of Wands, again, fills up our cup so that we are full inside, and then we can give to others. She's a very nurturing card. She's a very loving and giving card. However, she does not give of just because somebody demands of it. It is because they need it, and she has enough energy to give. So again, it's about supporting ourselves in our own system. So she goes back on the deck. Wednesday, August 9th, 2023. Let's see what's going on. We have the King of Cups. Now the King of Cups is really, he's all about communication. Not about communication to not for us, like not particularly for ourselves as such, but this is enables us to communicate to the wider community, or our family, and those ones around us, whether it's our work colleagues, whether it's the people that we are in our household, whether it's even out the shops. The King of Wands comes in to boost our communication skills. I feel that on Wednesday we are needing to express how we feel. Firstly, we'll express to ourselves. So the Queen of Pentacles that turned up yesterday builds up our reserve so that we feel strong and supporting of ourselves, and not only creating good groundwork. The King of Cups comes along now to say, you know what, now this is what I need. I understand what I need. I'm going to support what I need. I'm going to speak up about what I need. It's a very strong card, I feel, for Wednesday, so don't be too concerned if you feel an overwhelming urge to just like go and hide in the corner if you're like me, and a little bit sort of wary of actually speaking your mind out loud, because some of us are not really good at doing that. I'm one of those people, but the King of Wands helps us to find our style and our way, the way that supports us, and not what we think it should be, but actually how our soul and our spirit will best communicate our needs. So it asks us to listen to our heart, speak with our heart, but coming from our place of truth and authenticity within ourselves. Okay, he's back on the deck. Thursday, August 10th, 2023. I'm going to choose a card. we have the Death card. So all systems stop. A lot of the, to me, the Death card comes along more so like a checkpoint. The energy is there, it's going to say stop. So however we've been traveling, and the cards that have come up this week, it gives us time to pause and just, it's not so much about a rest card, but it's like we've put a lot of things to bed. We've shut the door on a lot of things. So the communication skills, the grounding that we've needed with and the nurturing we've needed with the Queen, and the communication that we've done with the King, now that with the Death card coming along, allows us to take some time out to take a pause to see what is it that we need to fix, repair. But we've done all the hard work. It's like that chapter or that part of us is now done and dusted. So we have time to pause. We have time to just take a breath. You can rest if you want to, but it is also about looking at in our lives. Like, there's no activity around us, so we must look around us to see what needs mending, repairing, fixing, or just correcting for ourselves. So it's a time out that no distractions, so that we can do a little bit of self-care, self-mending, but more so, I just get this sense of having to like, not pick up the pieces, but wherever there is, I feel like there's something broken. So wherever there is something broken, we can then either mend it, pick up the pieces, and just before we can move forward, we're having that time out. It's not a resting time. It's an action, as in we need to stop and take a stock of our circumstances. Anyway, he's back in the deck. Okay, Friday, August 11th, 2023. Let's pull a card. Oh, Justice. Okay, Justice reminds us about boundaries. So while Thursday was about taking stock and clearing the decks and looking at what clearing that I wanted to say damage. So whatever the fallout was, we've sort of sorted all of that out. Now Friday we get to build our boundaries. So we have spoken our mind. We have taken care of the fallout because the Death card requires us to do that. Friday is all about building boundaries and making them strong for us ourselves. The Justice card requires a lot of strictness, so that, and she will let us know when we are off track and trying to make concessions for letting other things in that are a detriment to ourselves. Building boundaries is key this Friday. The Justice card will let us know either by slowing things down, confusing our mind, probably more than likely. So when we're building our boundaries or deciding how do we want to move forward, whenever our thought process gets a bit muddled or confused, she's asking us to go back within and start again. And so we're going to build really strong boundaries. She is there to stick up for us, stand up for us, and she will also stand in the way with her sword, so that anyone who wants to maybe confuse us or take our attention away from ourselves, or try to be a bit selfish trying to steal our attention, she will stand in the way with her sword and say no, not on. And she will stick up for us and stand up for us. And because we have the love and support of the Justice card, we learn to love and support ourselves with our boundaries. Anyway, she's back in the deck. So now we're looking at Saturday, the 12th of August, 2023. Let's choose a card. Oh, Nine of Swords. Good old Nine of Swords. Always seems to turn up at the end of the week, or at a critical time when we're sort of getting things all worked out. I always maintain the Nine of Swords. It seems to turn up when, it's actually turned up a lot in the last couple of weeks. It turns up when we get a bit fearful that what happens when we start standing up for ourselves and start building our boundaries. We get a bit fearful about who's going to leave us behind, who's going to blame us. You know, a lot of those old patterns of behaviour that kept us in that sort of servitude to other circumstances that we have now cut loose and let go. And now we're saying, well, this is actually how I want to live my life. We must go through the process of deciding that it's actually worth it for us. And so the vulnerabilities that we have and where we would self-sabotage ourselves to go back to old habits, which we can't do anyway, will pop up. So when we get a bit anxious, or when we think we can't do this, or it's too hard, that's the Nine of Swords at work. When it does come up and we acknowledge it, we have the opportunity to decide how we want to move forward. We can still decide that we don't want to move forward with that. We might decide that we don't want to build those boundaries. However, that energy is already in play. It's already in motion, so you can go back to it at any time. This is very, very much not forcing you to face your fears, but it's bringing the fears up so you can look at them in the cold light of day and make a conscious decision about how you want to let those fears rule your life. And sometimes they're a little bit too big, and that's okay. There's no bad here, but at least we're conscious of them, and we can start to recognize them when they are being a detriment to us. So self-sabotage, when it's being a detriment to us, we get to recognize it now. So the ones that are actually activated at the moment, we get to see all of them. So he's back in the deck. Sunday, August the 13th, 2023. Let's choose a card. Oh, strength. Yeah, lovely. Excellent. Sunday's finishing up on strength is so perfect because that means we have gone through that dark night of the soul, so that shadow work from the Nine of Swords, and we have come out smelling of roses, if you like. We have come out stronger. So we have come out standing up for ourselves, but fighting for ourselves as well. We recognize how much worth we have for ourselves without looking externally for validation. We are giving that validation to ourselves first, and that's where the true strength of soul lies. The strength card reminds us that we can overcome anything because we have the capacity, we have the ability, and we can draw in what it is that we need to overcome any obstacles in our lives. This week has been a reminder of the process of how we overcome obstacles, how we deal with the fears that come with it, and what actually happens at the end of it. We recognize our personal strength and our inner strength. Okay, well that is the weekly forecast for week commencing August 7th, 2023. My name's Vicki Haspels. I'm the Conscious Mystic. Much love from me. Bye. See you guys next week with love from me. Mwah.